Good morning, everyone. It's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. We have developing news. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. If you haven't subscribed, click that subscribe button down here and then turn on notifications by pressing the bell and ringing it so you know when I go live. To all of my members, welcome back. All right, it's the very last day of 2019. And if it isn't a day of many developments, I don't know what else it would be, because Jenelle Evans allegedly has a new boyfriend. Now, this is alleged because Miss Evans has not said a word on Instagram, Twitter, or anything, but a certain man was posting some stuff of her on his Instagram, and I've been doing some digging. Thanks to some searching into his past and into his life to figure out who we got here. Is this legit? Should we be scared? Should we be scared, as I should say, about who she's picking and about the guy? Now, ladies, he's a good-looking guy, but good-looking guys don't always mean they're good people, right? And we can't say whether or not he's a good or bad person. We can only go based on the information we have. So here's what's got everyone going nuts. So Mr. Skeeter 69 posted this on his Instagram last night.
Smile, babe.
Well, that's weird. So my initial thought here was that was odd. Like, I don't know. Initially I was like, why is his phone down? And why is he putting this on his Instagram story? Does he want everyone to know that this is Jenelle? And she doesn't really seem to, she smiles, but I don't know if she's actually, realizing that he is being filmed. I don't know. That was my first assumption is, why is this boy doing this? This seems kind of weird. It seems kind of cloudy, right? I'm always, sort of suspect. All right. Now, then, as I did some more digging, I found an old video of Mr. Man. Now, here's some photos first of Mr. Man with her. Now, his name is Herbert Wilkinson. He is from Massachusetts, but apparently he must be in Tennessee. I found an old Twitter account from him where he says that he trains for the UFC and that he was sent home from the Navy because of a prescription for Ritalin, apparently. Then I found this on Venmo, which it says, this video didn't get me go as long as I wanted, but my life growing up in Braintree was very wild. My parents split when I was 3 years old. My father had a drinking problem that split him and my mother apart. My mother is my best friend in life. I'm extremely close to her, which leaves me looking like a mama's boy. My father is a DJ and my mother is a medical recorder. I enjoy life and love being the life of the party. I have no shyness whatsoever. I will take you guys on a wild ride. I promise you, one, I love chick flicks. I love The Notebook. I love P.S. I love you. My name is Herbert. It's bad enough that I like chick flicks and I hate spiders. So what was this for? It appears he was trying to get onto a reality TV show. Now, this is from years ago, but this is like him from the mouth.
My name is Herbert Wilkinson, or Herbie Wilkinson, Herb Wilkinson, Bert Wilkinson, sucks either way. 21 years old, from Braintree, Massachusetts, lived in and around Boston for 21 years. My current situation is I am a recycle worker, document shredder, and I work out of Springfield, Massachusetts. My situation relationship-wise is I'm single. Just got a 2-year relationship. It sort of sucks, but whatever, you gotta go on, you gotta move on day by day. And you asked for bragging rights. My bragging rights are dancing. I could smoke anybody. And I don't know, I'm the life of the party. I love to entertain a crowd, sing, dance, I can do it. I don't know, my personality really is energetic. I'm very impulsive. Don't really act when I do things, which is sort of good and bad thing, but either way I don't really know. But I get along mine, if we like to call it that, a hobby. And again, I love to dance, and I would love to be on your show. And just give me a shout. I love you. And
Okay. So he was trying to get onto some sort of reality show with that clip. That was on a Venmo account that I found of his. There's other videos of him with his mom pretending like they're doing an episode of Cribs. He definitely has been somehow seeking the limelight in some aspect. That doesn't mean that he's using her, but that's one of the things that these girls are always concerned about is, are the guys that are interested in them for the right reasons. But this seems to be like, oh, you're trying to get on a reality show. Oh, you're doing videos about Cribs. Oh, you're like putting your phone down and being like, hey babe, and putting it on Instagram. So then that led me to look up his Instagram. Oh, what's that? Cheers, Shirley Temples only to 4 months. Okay, we do not shame addicts on this show at all. But if that's true, this was only in November, 4 months sober. Okay. So we have a person who has an addiction issue, but that is currently in recovery, which is good, but freshly in recovery, which is difficult. And typically they don't suggest you get into relationships within your first year of recovery. Then we have this where he says something homophobic, where he says gay selfie. So check, addict, check, homophobia. This was him studying for something with his friends, saying his respects to a friend that passed away. He appears to have some daughters, perhaps. He says got them to sit still for 3 seconds. And as you can see, Jenelle is liking that photo. And there's another photo of him back after being off Instagram, theoretically maybe in treatment. And there's the photo he shared of her and him on Instagram. Now, his mother, who is on Facebook, well, this is another aspect of him. So she says, I made a post last night and in private inbox, and I've been asked by a ton of people, well, not a ton, that I don't even know a ton of people, but if Herbie is okay. So instead of answering each person individually, I decided to post here. This is from July 17th, okay? Answer is no, Herbie is not okay. He is in fact very sick and he is an alcoholic addict. Now that you're probably saying to yourself, holy shit, Heidi actually said those words. Yes, I said them. I am not embarrassed. I'm not, no one, and I mean no one, is exempt from this disease. If you think that you are, then you better get your head out of your ass. This disease doesn't care if you have no money, or if you have no money, great job, no job. It can get you. People like Herbie didn't grow up saying, when I grow up, I want to become an alcoholic and addict and hurt people. There is a reason why the alcoholic addict does what he does, and they're in pain. Last thing is, she needs to not be judged and to be goalie. Is there a lot with this disease? What if, blah, blah, blah. So she basically says that he has been, she's had to have police find him at times. She's drove looking around for him. He's in rehab, she said, at this time for 5 days, and then we'll go to Maine for continued help and then to sober living. Coming back here was not an option. He needs good vibes and prayers. And if you need them, you have to forgive me if I don't get back to anyone. I need a few days. So in July, she says that he's in rehab, then he's going to go to Maine for continued care, and then he's going to go to sober living. Now, I don't know if he's still in the Northwest or Northeast. Sorry, he is from Massachusetts. Now, he also, now I do have some information about some arrests. Now, according to the patch, which one of my subscribers, Kayla, sent to me, and I missed part of it here, but it makes sense now, and she is right. She's in chat, and I said, oh, it's only a DUI and it's old. But it is old. It's from 2012. But this can add things up, okay? And I apologize, Kayla, for making you feel like you weren't heard. So I appreciate you sending it to me, and I'm sorry about that. So Herbert Wilkinson, he was arrested on November 20th in 2000, and he was he was actually charged with operating under the influence of alcohol on November 20th, 2011. The charge stemmed from a June 11th, 2011 incident in Braintree, Vineland Road, blah blah blah. He was in court for he failed a field sobriety test, and they arrested him on suspicion of alcohol, driving while impaired. And then on August 6th, 2013, he was actually charged with assault and battery, and the case was continued without finding of a guilty. The judge issued a supervised probation. He completed anger management, and he was supposed to stay away from the alleged victim. So, yeah, and then that charge stems from a June 11th, 2011 incident. So the same night that he got his DUI, they responded to a report of an assault at Smith Beach and Edge Hill Road. The victim stated that he was walking along Edge Hill Road when a man in a blue Volkswagen Jetta began yelling obscenities at them. They exchanged words, and then they allegedly began punching the victim in the face multiple times, according to the police incident report. And then, yeah. So that was his background. So he got some probation for that. But, so here's where we're at. We've got a bunch of stuff with some Jenelle. He seems to be following a pattern here. She likes to go for men that have problems with addiction. She seems to have some issues with men that have criminal histories. And like I said, that doesn't mean their past is not a precursor or an indicator of what's going to happen in the present, but it can, become an issue here. He's newly in sobriety. As of July, his mother was saying that he was near death and he had been killing himself through his addiction. And now he's involved with Jenelle. So I would just say to Jenelle, be careful, be cautious. You are newly single. Fans on Twitter are outraged, obviously. They are saying, hey, you're picking a man in front of your children. Again, your guy has a bad history. He's been arrested. He's got drug and alcohol issues. He's newly sober. He seems to have wanted. Now, I found the Venmo stuff in him, so that makes me think, like, is this another Matt? Does he want her for the fame, for the attention, all that kind of stuff? And then that video where it doesn't look like she knows. Now, some people say, oh, he's not concealing it. I just think it looks weird that he's like, the phone is down, and then he's like, smile, babe. And it's like, I don't know if she knew that he was being filmed, and I don't know if she knew that he put that on his Instagram. She didn't tag him or anything, so either way, I don't know. And she has not said anything publicly about this, so I just wonder whether or not this is like going to be legit, or if he has ulterior motives. And no, Brooke, addiction does not make someone a bad person. We never, ever, ever say that. But he is newly clean, and so because of that, in the first year of sobriety, it is very, people in recovery are very susceptible to relapse. And they're typically recommended by their doctors to remain single, to continue to work on their health, and not to add any new stresses into their lives. So she should definitely be very cautious. There's a lot of red flags here that indicate this could be a problematic relationship. There's a lot of red flags here that indicate that her picker is still not working, and that perhaps she should be focusing on herself instead of focusing on a new relationship. Because she has not confirmed anything, we don't know how serious this relationship is. We can only go off what he has posted and what we have found online. So let me know what your thoughts are. Are you concerned about this? Do you are there red flags? Do you think that this is serious? Do you not think it's serious? It's hard to know really if it's serious or not. It doesn't seem to appear that this has been an ongoing long-term relationship, so it's relatively new. But we also know that she tends to rush into relationships and become serious very quickly, so that is definitely a concern if we go based on her history. So let's talk about it in the comments below. Leave me some comments on what your thoughts are, and I'll be back in a little while with more. And if you have not followed me on Instagram, make sure you do at Without a Crystal Ball, on Twitter at Twitter at WOACB official, and on Facebook at Facebook.com/Without a Crystal Ball. All right, you guys, I'll be back in a little while. Bye.